Hello, welcome back. At this point, our validation step is completely finished, and I'm going to briefly go through what artifacts got created. So remember, we created a bunch of task instance candidates under, and they're all recorded as patch files or these .diff files under the buggen folder, and then we collected them all together and ran validation, which means checking whether these changes to specific functions and parts of the code base actually break existing tests. And then per candidate, we kind of get a lot of metadata, but most importantly, this report.json file, which indicates whether there were any failed to pass tests. And then last but not least, we have now run validation entirely. So what has happened is if you look at your mirror repository, there should be a bunch of branches where each branch corresponds to a specific bug. So why this branch is useful is whenever you want to run your agent or whatever model you want to train, uh, the way you would set up a SWE-Smith task instance is to clone this repository and then check out this branch. And then when you check out this branch will correspond to the original repository with your your buggy change already applied to the code base. So as we can see here, like we've created 100 task instances, and therefore we've pushed 100 branches. The one extra branch is just the main branch. And then the last artifact we've created is this tasks inst folder, which just contains all of the validated task instances consolidated into a single file. So again, if you're familiar with SWE-bench, this like really resembles a SWE-bench task instance at this point. If you're interested in the nuances of the differences between SWE-bench and SWE-Smith, you should refer to Appendix A, Section A of the appendix in the paper. But the very last thing I'll show you is, how to actually run evaluation. So, you have these task instances. I'll show you in a separate video how to actually run SWE agent on these task instances. But then let's just say you generate a bunch of predictions, or in this case, I'll just use kind of the gold predictions. The evaluation script is super simple to run. So you can just pass in the data set path. That should point to log passins, and then this file, this artifact it just created. In this case, we'll just use the gold predictions, and we'll specify run ideally a sanity check. You can also do this to make sure, like, that you can make sure that the task instances are not flaky in the sense that, like, the testing behavior is reliable, and that your gold solution, which just involves reverting the bug patch, should always revert the repository to its original, like, all tests passing state. So this will probably take a while to run, so I'll just finish the video right now. But then in the next video, I'll show you how to run SWE agent on SWE-Smith tasks.